Have you ever wondered why some people remain healthy and sharp after the age of 65, able to walk briskly, enjoy light exercise, or tend to their vegetable garden every morning, while others of the same age rely heavily on medications and the care of their children? The answer may lie in one small detail we often overlook: the first 5 minutes after waking up. It may sound simple, but this seemingly insignificant window of time can have a profound impact on your heart health, memory, physical flexibility, and even your lifespan. The actions you take during those 5 minutes, from how you get out of bed, what you drink, how you move, to what you put into your body, send signals throughout your nervous system and internal organs. These signals can either kickstart a day full of energy or continue a sluggish pattern that quietly deteriorates your health. The problem is, most of us are unaware of this, or we know it but don't act on it, and that's why some people age with strength and independence, while others spend their later years in helplessness and dependence. If you're still reading this, chances are you belong to the first group, the ones willing to embrace change. Starting with just one different morning. Beginning tomorrow. The story of Mr. John Peterson, 69 years old, living in the countryside of British Columbia, Canada, is a clear testament to the power of small morning changes. Just over a year ago, John began to feel the decline in his health: restless sleep, aching joints every morning, increasingly slow and unusually tiring movements. His test results for heart health, blood pressure, and cholesterol were all concerning. At one point, he even thought he might not have the strength to watch his grandson grow into adulthood. But everything changed when he happened to attend a talk at a local senior community center about a simple 5-minute morning routine. At first, John was skeptical. What good could just 5 minutes possibly do, he thought. But with a mindset of nothing to lose, he decided to try it. And that's when the miracle began. The unfortunate thing is that most people at this age either don't know about this method, or they know, but never act on it. And that's exactly what separates a life of dependence from a life of freedom in old age. Factor 1. Drinking warm water in the morning. Each morning, just minutes after you open your eyes, your body silently issues an alert, a state of natural dehydration that has built up throughout the night. While you sleep, even without sweating or feeling thirsty, your body loses nearly 16 ounces, about half a liter, of water through breathing and evaporation from the skin. This means your heart, brain, and blood vessels are starting the day lacking one of the most vital fuels: water. This is especially critical for people aged 65 and older. Mild dehydration in the morning can trigger unwanted reactions: blood thickens, circulation slows, and the heart has to work harder to pump blood, increasing the risk of stroke or heart attack, particularly in the first 2 hours after waking up, according to studies from Harvard and the Cleveland Clinic. So, what's the solution? Extremely simple, yet powerfully effective. Drink 16 ounces, around 2 cups, of warm water as soon as you wake up, even before getting out of bed. In addition, squeeze in a quarter of a fresh lemon, not for beauty reasons, but to provide the body with natural electrolytes, potassium, and vitamin C, which help soften blood vessel walls, support healthy blood pressure, and reduce chronic inflammation in the cardiovascular system. Why warm water instead of cold? In Western culture, many people are used to the refreshing sensation of cold water in the morning. However, this is not ideal right after waking. Cold water causes sudden blood vessel constriction, slowing circulation. Warm water, on the other hand, gently dilates blood vessels, enhances blood flow, and helps the body start up smoothly and steadily. This small habit, drinking warm water in the morning, is the gateway to all other biological functions throughout the day: digestion, metabolism, and mental clarity. More importantly, it's a habit that costs nothing, requires no prescription, and yet, if practiced consistently, can reduce your risk of cardiovascular disease. improve memory, and help you feel alert and energized all morning long. Try starting tomorrow morning, before your coffee, before breakfast, before anything else. Take just 1 minute to drink that first glass of warm water. It's not just water, it's life, activated at the right time, and it may very well be the foundation of a stronger, healthier, and more independent old age than you ever imagined. Factor 2. Reset your circulation in the first 60 seconds. The moment you get out of bed in the morning, something quiet but critically important is happening inside your body. Your circulatory system is in a slow start state. After 6 to 8 hours of lying still through the night, blood tends to pool slightly in the lower part of your body, especially in the legs. If you sit up, start walking, or change posture too abruptly, your body may respond with dizziness, loss of balance, or even a fall, a special occurrence among older adults. More concerning is the temporary drop in blood flow to the brain, which can leave you feeling groggy, unfocused, or with numbness in your hands or feet. According to research from Johns Hopkins University, while these episodes are brief, repeated micro-injuries from this condition can increase your risk of stroke, cognitive decline, or chronic cerebral hypoperfusion. The solution? A circulation activating sequence, lasting just 60 seconds, is performed the moment you get out of bed. No equipment, no trainer required. All you need is a small open space beside your bed and your own body. 60-second circulation routine. Stand upright, feet shoulder width apart. Inhale deeply through your nose for 4 seconds, raising your arms overhead. Exhale gently through your mouth as you lower your arms. Repeat 3 times. Gently roll your shoulders 5 times backward, then 5 times forward. This helps relieve tension in the neck and shoulders while improving blood flow to the head. Lift your heels, rising onto your toes, then slowly lower them. Repeat 10 times. This simple movement acts like a natural pump, pushing blood from the legs back to the heart and brain, helping to prevent morning dizziness from blood pooling. Just 1 minute, without leaving your room, without spending a penny, can have effects that last the entire morning. You'll feel more alert. Your hands and feet will warm up, your heart rate will stabilize, and most importantly, you'll significantly reduce your risk of falling, the leading cause of hospital admissions among seniors in the U.S. So before rushing to brew your coffee or check the morning news, take 60 seconds just for yourself, to awaken your circulation, and awaken a day full of vitality. This is a small gift you can give your body every morning, cost-free, yet invaluable for peace of mind and sustainable well-being in the journey of aging ahead. Factor 3. The protein timing method. You may have heard that older adults need to consume enough protein to maintain muscle strength. But there's another equally important factor that often gets overlooked. The timing of when you consume protein may be the key to long-term muscle health. According to research from the U.S. National Institute on Aging, between roughly 3 a.m. and 8 a.m., the body enters a phase where muscle breakdown reaches its peak. Especially in people over the age of 65, if the body does not receive adequate protein during this time frame, it begins breaking down existing muscle tissue for energy, even if you haven't engaged in any strenuous activity. This helps explain why many older adults, even with a normal diet, still feel progressively weaker, experience difficulty walking, or lose balance after a simple quick turn. The solution seems simple. Consume about 25 to 30 grams of high-quality protein within the first 30 minutes of waking up. So what is high-quality protein? It refers to protein sources that are easily absorbed and rich in essential amino acids, such as 1 glass of whey protein shake. About 1 scoop contains 25 grams of protein. 4 egg whites with 1 whole egg. 1 cup of Greek yogurt with 1 scoop of plant-based protein. 3 ounces of soft tofu for those following a vegetarian diet. You don't need to prepare a fancy breakfast. A quick shake or a small portion of protein-rich food is enough to prevent morning muscle breakdown and support muscular strength, mobility, and a robust immune system. A 5-year study from Tufts University showed that older adults who consistently consumed protein in the morning reduced their risk of muscle loss by up to 64% compared to those who only met their protein needs at lunch or dinner. In addition, issues like back pain, weak knees, and afternoon fatigue significantly improved thanks to the steady energy provided by early protein intake. Remember, it's not just about how much you eat, but when you eat it. And if there's a golden window for people over 65 to nourish their muscles, it's right after waking up. Don't miss the opportunity to fuel your body when it needs it most, because that's the foundation of independence, autonomy, and sustainable quality of life in the years to come. Factor 4. The 90-second mobility routine. After a long night of lying still, not only does your blood circulation slow down, but your joints and muscles also become stiff and less flexible. This is especially true for adults over 65, and it can silently lead to morning aches, difficulty getting out of bed, and, more concerningly, increased risk of falls, the leading cause of hospital admissions among older adults in the U.S. The reason lies in a natural biological phenomenon. Synovial fluid, the body's natural joint lubricant, tends to thicken during sleep. If you get up and move too quickly in the morning without properly warming up, you're putting sudden stress on your cartilage, ligaments, and muscles, and that can lead to joint inflammation, muscle strains, or even chronic back pain. So what's the solution? A gentle movement sequence that lasts just 90 seconds, no equipment, no physical strain. Just you and a little patience. 90-second joint flexibility routine. Sit on the edge of your bed or a sturdy chair. Rotate your ankles clockwise 10 times. Then counterclockwise 10 times. Gently rotate each knee in small circles, 10 times per side. This helps warm up the knees, the most vulnerable joint as we age. Stand up, hold onto the bed or chair if needed, and slowly lean your torso side to side, 5 times each direction, breathing steadily. This movement supports your hips and lower back areas that tend to stiffen during sleep. Finally, roll your shoulders backward 10 times, opening up the chest and shoulders, often tight after lying on your side for hours. This entire sequence takes less than 2 minutes, but its long-term effects can be significant: less joint pain, smoother mobility, and most importantly, a reduced risk of falls and dependence. Don't let your first steps of the day be a struggle. Turn them into a gentle, steady start, the kind of beginning that matches the strength, dignity, and wisdom you've earned at this powerful stage of life. Factor 5. Morning brain activation, mental clarity exercise. Just as your body needs hydration, movement, and nutrition to start the day, your brain also needs to be properly awakened, especially after the age of 65. Many people assume memory decline is an inevitable part of aging. But the truth is, numerous scientific studies in the US now prove the opposite. You can maintain mental sharpness, clarity, and alertness if you stimulate your brain at the right time, in the right way, and especially in the morning. According to the Brain Longevity Center at Stanford University, during the first 30 minutes after waking up, the brain enters what's called the neurological golden window. This is when neural connections are most actively strengthened, and the body produces high levels of BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor, a protein often referred to as biological fertilizer for brain cells. One simple yet powerful technique recommended by experts is the reverse recall exercise. After completing your physical warm-up, sit quietly for about 1 to 2 minutes, close your eyes, and mentally retrace the events of the previous day, but in reverse order. Start from the evening, your dinner. Then go backward through the afternoon, lunchtime, morning, and to when you woke up. The more details you can remember, what you ate, who you spoke with, what the weather was like, how you felt, the more effective the exercise becomes. After a few days, you can challenge yourself to recall events from 2 days prior or focus deeply on a specific moment in time. Even just a few minutes of this each morning has been shown to help older adults maintain cognitive function comparable to people 10 to 20 years younger, reduce early memory loss, and lower the risk of Alzheimer's disease. In today's fast-paced American society, where constant information and pressure surround us, setting aside just a few minutes to pause and refresh your mind may be the greatest gift you can give yourself. Because a quality day doesn't come only from a strong body, it starts with a clear, alert, and inspired mind. Factor 6. Deep breathing. In today's fast-paced world, especially in the United States, where everything runs on tight schedules and rapid rhythms, it's easy to lose connection with our breath. For older adults, this becomes even more critical, as breathing is not just about delivering oxygen to the body. It's also a direct bridge to the nervous system and emotional well-being. A simple morning breathing exercise, just 90 seconds, no equipment needed, can help reset your biological rhythm, reduce anxiety, stabilize your heart rate, and boost lung function. How to do it? Sit up straight or stand relaxed. Inhale deeply through your nose for 4 seconds. Hold your breath for 4 seconds. Exhale slowly through your mouth for 6 seconds. Repeat 5 times. This technique helps balance your sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous systems, increases oxygen flow to the brain, enhances alertness, and even supports better sleep later at night. For older adults living in dry climates or dealing with mild respiratory issues, morning breathing also helps improve lung capacity and gently clears the airways. In just a minute and a half each morning, you not only start your day with calm, but also give your body a foundation of stability. From your breath to your heartbeat to your mindset, it's a small habit, but one that brings a deeper sense of control and wholeness to each moment of your golden years. As you can see, just 5 minutes each morning, if done correctly, can be the dividing line between a life of active, independent aging and a future of chronic illness and dependence. Many people search for answers on how to stay healthy after 65, yet overlook the seemingly small routines of a senior's morning, when in fact, this is the most critical window for morning strokes and cardiovascular events. If you truly want to extend your lifespan, lower health risks, and stay mentally sharp each day, don't let this information become just something you read. Try practicing at least one of these habits tomorrow morning. Which step feels most doable for you? Share your thoughts or personal experience in the comments below, because your story might just inspire someone else. And don't forget to share this with friends or family over 65, because you're not just passing on information. You could be giving them a whole new lease on life.